All right, so this next story comes to us from Sam.
Damn.
He, they, it.
Noise.
Am I the for asking my housemate to throw away her moldy jam? This is a long one, so buckle the fuck up, everybody.
Most likely not. Throw away the moldy jam, dude.
All right, next story then.
No, what happens? I gotta know.
All right, so hi. Before I get started, I wanted to tell you I really enjoy your podcast,
Thank
and I
you.
think it's really important to hear queer people's takes.
Nice. Thank you. That's me.
I recently graduated university, and my final 2 years have been quite dramatic.
Oh.
I would say the pandemic has been the most disruptive to my education, but that would be a lie. I have a lot of stories somewhat similar to this one, and if you enjoy this one, I'll submit some more. That being
Hell yeah.
said, I'd like to tell you about a story I'd like to call the Moldy Jam Incident. The background. I, 21, he, they, it, am neurodivergent. I have a lot of behaviors related to both autism and ADHD, but the process in the UK for getting diagnosed is long, and with many AFAB people, doctors don't want to hear about it, aside from female birth.
Yeah.
That's true.
I feel that.
Yeah. I have aversions to textures and food and touch, sensitive to sounds, bad memory, struggle taking hits and signals, the lot. I lived in a house with cis women for my last 2 years of uni. In my second, I lived with H, 21, she, her, G, 21, she, her, and another woman. The other woman wasn't interested in spending time with us, and it turns out she was sort of transphobic.
Ah.
We got into a routine without her. Eat at table, eat together at about the same time, watch something on the TV, tidy up the kitchen, watch up all together, and head up to bed.
That's
the other
nice.
woman moved out at the end of our second year, and our landlord moved another cis woman in, D, 20, she, her. We were concerned that she wouldn't feel welcome moving into a new house with people that already knew each other, so we all did our best in the beginning to make her feel welcome and included. We drink together, chat, just the usual housemate stuff. After 2 months, though, D, H, myself, and my partner, C, 21, they, them, went out drinking on Halloween. H had spotted a message on D's phone to a bloke about how she felt like she'd gotten dressed up for nothing, that it was boring, etc. I get that she was probably playing it up for him, but it was still hurt because we all thought it was a good night out. We were less interested in doing things together after that. Things in the house fell apart in the following months. Arguments ensue, sides are taken, and the house is split 50-50.
Oh.
G and D, myself and H. So because of the fallout of several arguments, housework got neglected. If I had the time, I'd mop or hoover or really clean the sides. H and I would clean up after we cooked, and G would usually make ready meals so that there was really no mess for her to clean up.
Yeah.
D, however, would cook later than us, and because it was late and she was tired, she'd make a bit of a mess. It was never to the extent of huge amounts, it was just more than we were comfortable with. Over the weekend, she wouldn't wash her stuff up, so there'd be 2 to 3 days worth of dirty pots on the side, which made it difficult for the rest of us to work around it at times. One time we had a house inspection, and I cleaned a sink and draining board as it wasn't draining well. The morning of the inspection, it was a mess again. Then there's the crumbs. I hate crumbs. It's a no-no texture. Every morning I'd come downstairs and there was a new pile of crumbs or grated cheese we'd have to pick up. The story.
Oh.
This is where the fun begins. So this incident took place a few months before we were set to move out. There'd been a jam jar setting in the sink next to the sink for a while. I think over a week. I'd not thought anything of it until I moved a dirty hummus pot out of recycling and next to the sink, and I spotted it. Something on the side of the jar. I rotated it to where the paper label wasn't joined, and it was full of mold. I felt sick, washed my hands, and didn't want to touch it any further. I messaged our group chat asking for someone to sort it out. It was still there the next day, so I messaged again. I got a message back from D saying she would sort it out when she had the chance. It had been there for over a week, so I messaged back that I'd prefer if it was sooner rather than later, as it was moldy and had been there for a while. She messaged back that I was being dramatic because it was no worse in the bin than in the kitchen. But the bin gets out of the kitchen eventually.
You should take the
bin out, yeah. Honestly, I was so confused. I DM'd her instead because her reaction seemed like a lot for a jar of moldy jam. I asked what was going on, and she explained that she was sick of the schoolgirl behavior from people in the house, myself and H, and that it always seemed like it was her mess that was being pointed out. Really, I didn't know what to say. Yeah, you're being messy, yeah. The schoolgirl comment really rubbed me the wrong way, but she was obviously upset. Even though it was always her mess that we were cleaning up, I replied that her feelings were valid about this, that I wasn't trying to belittle her, and that we always brought things up in the group chat to not single anyone out.
You're an angel.
I can't remember what else I said, but I remember messaging that we could talk about it in person. But if she didn't want to, that's fine. She said she didn't want to, and that she'd sort the jam out. It was in the bin that night. A few days later, there was another message in the group chat from D. She was asking about the hummus pots next to the sink, the ones I'd moved and forgotten to wash up. I was with H at the time, and she offered to take this one. She messaged to say she moved them to wash them up. D blew up again, calling it petty and childish, and that H could do what she wanted with them because she, D, wasn't going to. This is a bit of info that needs to be added. Here in the UK, local councils remove rubbish and recycling on alternating weeks. However, if dirty stuff gets into the recycling, the whole batch gets thrown away.
Wow.
Our landlords had also been on at all their tenants to make sure that they've been sorting out their recycling. Right. Otherwise, households were going to be fined.
Ooh, wow.
Age responded that she'd sorted out like she was going to, and she rinsed them and put them in recycling. So here's the thing. Most people I asked were in agreement that I wasn't the asshole. However, my mom said I was the asshole for not sorting it out myself, that people have different standards when it comes to cleanliness, and some other things. She also commented that me leaving things out in the family home or that I'll be using again is her equivalent of moldy jam to me, which I didn't really understand because it's not a health hazard. So am I the asshole for asking my housemate to throw away her moldy jam?
No, your mom found an opportunity to put you down.
Put you down, yeah, like a fucking bitch. Yeah, like Jesus.
Your mom listened to your story and went, ooh, now I can fuck up my child.
Actually, you're kind of shitty.
You're not the best either. Such a mom thing to do, though.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No, you're not the asshole. Fucking,
no.
Wow. That's a weird last second fucking, Jesus. You know, like, fuck the housemate that did that, right? But also fuck your mom, too, because that's really shitty.
So I've been the shitty housemate before, for sure.
Oh, yeah, you know.
I've been the dirty housemate, and I've also lived with someone who, I don't know, I feel like I lived with someone who really messaged me and was like, immediately as soon as they found a mess, was like, fuck you. And I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't even know I made the mess. No. Fucking,
I know what you're talking about, but
yeah. But I was like, damn, dude, I didn't even know I had made a mess. But that was like the first time I moved out on my own, you know?
Yeah, I get that.
You learn to get better at it the more you do it.
Yeah.
Really, you just need everybody to be patient. But also, yeah, there is a point where you're like, bro, you need to fucking get better at this shit.
I'm not touching this moldy shit.
No, That's need to do this.
Fucking,
you need
I'm
to
out.
fucking clean that shit.
Yeah.
Especially when it's a fucking hazard like that. It's gross.
Yeah.
A whole thing of mold, dude.
Yeah, I gotta throw. This story reminded me I have to throw away a lot of food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do.
Yeah. But yeah. No, yeah, fucking ironically jam. I think so. I think it's been a while. But yeah, no, fucking
I mean, probably it's not moldy though because we keep it in the fridge.
That is true. Yeah.
But still, it's how do you even make moldy jam? Jam stays forever.
I guess if you
leave it out in the fucking, that's like the only way to fuck up jam.
Yeah.
How do you even do that?
That's pretty crazy.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. Just spitting in it and leaving it open for 2 hours every day in the hot sun. Just
Jesus Christ.
Then,
it's
all right,
so bad.
I'm good. I did my ritual. Now I'll pass the exams.
I mean, but I've also lived with people where the house is not clean all the time. And they fuck up and I fuck up and we also communicated.
Yeah.
And none of us really had to do any long texts to each other saying you should shut your fucking mouth and clean up your dirty dishes, god damn it.
Shut your jam hole and
jam hole and throw your moldy jam because we communicated about it.
I don't know. Yeah, this is a pretty big communication issue, but it's not your fault. You're trying to communicate.
No, the problem is A, that she doesn't realize that what her behavior isn't working in the household. Yeah. And B, that she thinks she can just do that and not have any consequences for it.
Which is wild.
Which is pretty crazy. Like, I don't know, maybe she didn't know she was making the messes, but you guys are telling her.
And then she's like, you guys are schoolgirls. Ridiculous. What the fuck?
That's fucking weird.
I'm sorry, bro. That's fucking...
Yeah, when you live with roommates, you have to be clean in the common areas. That's
I don't know. You already had to deal with one housemate that was like transphobic. Like fucking, yeah.
Yeah, already. So, I don't know. I'm fucking sorry.
I'm sorry.
I don't think you really did anything wrong. I think fucking... Your mom is stupid.
Yeah, fuck your mom too.
Your mom sucks.
Man, your mom fucking sucks as well.
That's dumb. Leaving mold is worse than leaving pots out a little bit.
James Acaster bit where he walks up to the bully like, "You're a piece of shit," and just for good measure, you're a piece of shit also.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Christ, what a fucking fuck it, everyone. Fuck the roommate and fuck your mom, but you're not the asshole.
No, I don't think so.
My brother in Christ.
My brother in Christ.